Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm preserving spiced apples to be used later in pies, crumbles and a family fave, apple shortcake. I'm scrubbing the apples as I will use the skins and cores to make apple jelly jam too. I will use lemon juice water to stop the apples from browning. But firstly, I will grate the lemon peel to use later in something like lemon pepper seasoning. The batch size is dependent on whatever quantity of apples you have. Peel and core the apples, discarding anything that is bruised or damaged. You can retain the peels and cores if you wish to make the jelly jam. I'll make a separate video for the jelly. The skins and cores can be frozen until you're ready to use them. Slice or chop the apples whichever way you prefer. I'm chopping these apples for a spiced shortcake mixture, but you may choose to bottle in a simple syrup instead. Put some water both in the pot and in each of your jars so that they can heat up, ready for putting your hot apple mixture in. I'm going to wing this by tripling the recipe using mixed spice, cloves, sugar and orange juice and just a little bit of water. I have omitted the custard powder as I will add that to thicken the mixture when I use the jar. Now, because I'm canning it, I will need a bit more water, but I don't want to do too much. So, let's start putting the apples in with this and then it can go on the top. We need the apples well coated. So I will just do a little bit at a time, just to make sure that they're well coated. I'm going to add some boiling water, just maybe a cup to start with. It's good to have your kettle boiling so that when you come to jar up, you've got hot water to add to it if needed. Now I just do it like this, but if you're going to do it in a syrup, you bring your syrup up to a boil and then add your apples. Either way, it's fine. So I like to do it this way. Stir often because even though we want the apples to cook a little bit, we don't want the bottom of the apples stewing and the top staying raw. So just keep folding it up like that and just cook it down a little bit. We don't want it turning to mush. Then we'll have apple sauce. But that's all good. So that's broken down a bit. It's nice and hot. So it's now time to bottle up because I don't want it breaking down anymore. So with the jars, we don't need to sterilize, but we do need them hot. So all I'm going to do is pour that excess water out, keep them hot and bottle one at a time. Pour some boiling water over the lids. They don't need sterilising, but for these to work properly, they do need to be hot. It helps them to seal properly. I want mainly apple, not too much liquid at this stage. So I'm just going to fill them up as much as I can get in. When we're filling up, we want to fill it to about ½ an inch, a couple of centimetres. So up until, can you see up until this line here? And if you haven't got enough fluid, you can just add some water. I'm just going to do that. Lovely, juicy apples. Very important to debubble, getting all those bubbles out. and popping that on. So that's going straight in the canner. So can you see how the water's just covering the tops of the jars? I emptied all the water that was keeping the jars hot into there, and that was just perfect too. So lid on, and then we don't time it until it comes up to the boil. You can see that it's bubbling away, so now I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. Now we're just going to take the lid off these and just leave it for 5 minutes before we take them out of the canner. Just be careful. I put them on a wooden chopping board with an old tea towel on them. Doesn't that look gorgeous? We do use the lids that have got the press down buttons, and as they cool down, those buttons should go down too. So don't touch them until they're totally cool. The little buttons have all gone down and they've sealed perfectly. I will now wash them, label them and put them into storage. And see my separate video of how to make the apple jelly from the apple peels and cores with a bonus of extra apple sauce. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.